Hey guys, we're checking out Oyo Como Va. This is the second part where we're going to look at the chord progression and what you can play over this. Now there's a lot of things you can play over this, but we're going to cover just a couple. Okay, so the first chord we have in Oyo Como Va is A minor or A minor 7, and then the second chord is D9, and it's a two measure idea there. So if you don't have the rhythm down, go back and check out the first video. So when we play this chord here, A minor or A minor 7, we don't yet know what key we're in until we play this chord here. So this is a dominant chord, and dominant chords come in the 5th position. That's where the chord comes naturally. So this chord has a root, major 3rd, 5th, flat 7. In this case, it goes up to a 9. But the important part is the 3rd and flat 7th of that chord. The distance between those two notes is a tritone, and that makes that chord dominate, and it wants to push to G. Now, we never played G major in this tune, and by virtue of the fact that D is the dominant, that's the 5th, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 from the major scale. G would be 1 again, so if G is 1, that would make A minor 2. So 2, 3, and 6 are minor chords, 1, 4, 5 are majors, but the 5th chord is dominant. So this would be considered a 2-5. So it's a 2-5 vamp, and a vamp is where you continue on through and play that same idea. So when we're playing through this, we got a 2-5. The first thing that we can play on this, because this is minor, is we can play a minor pentatonic. So the minor pentatonic is a 5-note scale by virtue of the fact we're calling it penta, meaning 5, and we want to know what those notes are. So we've got a root, a flat 3rd, this is a 4th, this is a 5th, and this is a flat 7, and we're back around to the roots. We have 5 different notes there. One more time, root, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7. And that's kind of the first thing we generally play over that 2-5. Okay, so then the next thing we can do is play the blues scale, and what we can do is add the flat 5 to that minor pentatonic, and that gives us the blues scale. So minor pentatonic is a 5-note scale, and the blues scale would be a 6-note scale, and what we're going to do is add the flat 5 to that. So we've got root, flat 3, 4, here's our flat 5, 5, flat 7, and the root. So if we continue on up through the scale, I'm going to start at the beginning again. So we got root, flat 3, 4, flat 5, 5, flat 7, that's a root, flat 3rd, 4th, that's a flat 5, 5, flat 7, and a root. So here we go again. I'm just going to play the fingering. Here we got 1. I'm going to call the fingerings now. So it's 1, 4th finger, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 4. That's our flat 5 right there. 5 and flat 7. Now, a lot of times we'll bend up to that flat 5 there. Okay, great. So the mode that we can do over this would be Dorian. So again, we've got a 2, 5, and we're just vamping that 2, 5 in that cha-cha-cha, which is Oyo Como Va. So Dorian is of course, it's a minor mode. It's the second mode. Why? Because we are emphasizing the second chord here. So again, we never played G major. So if this went like this, 2, 5, 1, we would be in G major. But these two chords of A minor and D9 are made from the key of G. And so we've emphasized the second chord. And so when we emphasize something other than the one, we consider that a mode. And so we've got A minor here. So 2, 5, 2, 5 never resolves to that one chord. And so the notes that we're playing will emphasize A rather than the G, and that makes Dorian. So what actually is Dorian? So again, we played the minor pentatonic, which hence the name. It's a minor scale with 5 notes. Dorian is a minor type scale, and it's got 7 notes because there are 7 notes of the major scales. And we're playing a mode of major, the second mode, emphasizing A rather than G. So if we look at Dorian, we've got a root, second, flat 3, 4, 5, and now I'm going to come down here and grab the 6 here. Major 6, flat 7, and the root. One more time on that. Dorian, again, so root, that's a second, that's a flat 3rd, hence the minor, 4th, 5th, major 6, flat 7, and the root. So here we go with the fingers. I'm going to call out the fingers now. So we got 1, 3, 4. I'm going to go 1, 3, 1, 2, 4. Next string, which is the 3rd string. 1, 2, 4. 2nd string. 1, 3, 4. 1st string. 1, 3, 4. And backwards. 4, 3, 1. 2nd string. 4, 3, 1. 3rd string. 4, 2, 1. 4th string. 4, 2, 1. And I'm going to grab the 3, 1 and 4, 3, and back to 1, which is Dorian. Now, one other way of looking at Dorian is that it's a minor pentatonic where you add 2 notes. And if we go minor pentatonic, add a 2nd and a major 6th. Now, so some of that can be like, well, that's 6 of one, half a dozen the other. It seems like it's the same. Sometimes when we think of it in a different way, it makes us play in a different fashion. So for instance, if I play minor pentatonic, and I threw that blue note in there, and then I think, oh, well, I can add the 6, which would be here, F sharp, and the 2nd, which would be B. Somehow, when we're soloing, that makes it a little bit different, because I would emphasize more of the minor pentatonic and just add the major 6th and the major 2nd. Versus, oh, I'm full out playing Dorian, which is all 7 notes. Give it a go. Hope that helps you. And actually, there's even more that we can play over this, and we'll check that out in the next video. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And if you have any comments or ideas for videos that you would like me to do, please put them down below. Thank you so much.